Good morning, everybody. Today is day 139 on the AT. Big T on the AT 26. And I'm headed up the Hunt Trail. Last day on this journey. God is good. He's been good to me. I'm healthy and I'm able to do another through hike. I'm blessed to have so many people supporting me. Thank you. It's about 4:20, 4:25 or so. And again, I'm emotional. I'm sorry. Just can't hardly talk when I get this way. Very happy to be here. But you work so hard to get somewhere and you know it's about to end. You've enjoyed it and love it, but you also want it to be over. It's just a mixed bag of emotions. Hard to explain. Why would I not just be happy? And I am. Last time my boys were with me, and that was very special. This time I'm alone. So many friends I made on the trail are all behind me, or a few have gone up already. Most of them are all behind me. Would like to have been able to share this experience with some of them. It just wasn't in God's plan. It's a blue-blooded clear day. I could see the moon. Hope it stays that way. I'm not going to be in any hurry. Just hope there's somebody up there to take my picture. It's a very hot day, so I don't want to be up there a long time or take too terribly long to get up there because the temperatures are in the 90s. It was very hot yesterday. It was an incredibly hot day yesterday hiking. And people really shouldn't be making this climb in the afternoons. It's just so the sun's brutal on the above tree line. I brought a sandwich, some snacks, Gatorade. I've got plenty. I can filter water, but there's not going to be much water on top, you know. I have 2 liters of water. I normally hike with just 1 liter. I have 1 liter Gatorade, 1 liter of water. You know, to do a through hike, you sacrifice a lot. It's got to be the most important thing in your life at the moment. Doesn't mean it has to be the most important thing in your life, but at the moment, you know, you sacrifice friendships. You know, spending time with friends, your family. You sacrifice time with your family things you enjoy doing, hunting. I miss turkey season again. I love the turkey hunt. Sacrifice going to church, you know, for 4.5 months. And a lot of social that you have, even though you do have some social network here on the trail, is me typically is not what, it's not my cup of tea on the trail, but still some very good social time. Sacrificed my job, my business, somewhat sacrificed, even though I was able to work some from the trail. And yet I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss being here. Gonna miss hiking every day and having nothing to do but hike every day. 139 days. I love the adrenaline rush I get from knowing, oh gosh, I gotta climb that huge mountain. But I'm also not gonna miss my feet hurting every day, all day long. Oh, I'm not gonna miss, like it's been the last week, my back hurting. But I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss being here. I'm gonna miss being alone with God, just me and God, most of the day, all day long. Probably won't ever be in this good a shape physically, even though I beat my body up. My knees have hurt from time to time, my ankles are swollen, my feet are killing me, but probably heart and lungs, I'll never be in this good a shape again, because who's gonna exercise like this for 139 days straight in your 60s? I hope I can stay in decent shape, but I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss being here. 1.1 in, 4.1 to go. It would have been nice to be up here by sunrise. I think I needed a little more sleep. I've been hitting it hard the last week, early mornings. I didn't zero in between. I just, after my last experience, when they said it was gonna be a good day to go up, weather-wise, I didn't hesitate. And if it does cloud up on top, I'll sit and wait till it clears before I come down. Coming down, it won't be nearly as tough heat-wise on me. As you follow along the Katahdin Stream here. Ooh, there's a cool spot. Oh, that feels good. Yeah, and they replaced this bridge this year. They had to close for a little while to replace this bridge. It's beautiful. About 1.6 miles in, and starts the more rock climbing. We're pretty used to this kind of rock climbing right here. Every mountain we'd come over was at least like this, just about, that you summited. At some point you had to rock climb. So this is not anything really, up or Nobo, out of the ordinary right now. I'm already soaked with sweat. It's gonna be a scorcher. I'm glad. I wish I'd started a little earlier. I just needed as much sleep as I could get. Of course, I woke up 1,000 times thinking about today. All right, I'm at about 1.8, and I'm at Old Joy Brook, and I decided to try to drink down a liter and filter some water. I'm gonna do that here just because I'm sweating so much, and I may not have much water past here. I already drank a ton of water this morning, but I'm fixing to drink some more. I'll be having to stop a lot. Propel. All right, a little over 2 miles in. Boulders are getting bigger. 2.1, and about an hour and a half since I started. I'm not in any hurry. Obviously, filtering water in the first mile. Just saving my legs too on these climbs. All right, well, I slid right here, and I'm not hurt bad, but I tried to step from this rock to this rock and I slid, and my knee went right into this one. What the bad thing is, I broke my pole, so I'm down to one pole. And I was thinking that pretty soon I was going to put my poles on my pack anyway, and not use them anymore. I'll just go with one. I'm not stopping now though. I got to get that blood. I got a handkerchief I'm gonna soak that blood up with. All right, boulder's bigger, the climb's harder. Got to get up this slick rock and get on up there somewhere. Probably goes to the left there. I can't tell. That's where I'm going up. Just got the tree line. 622. That tree line. Gotta crawl. This is that rebar section where you got to pull yourself up. That's over my head. I've got to pull myself up, wedge my foot in there and get over that rebar. This is where I wish my pack was much lighter than it is. And it was about 30 mile per hour winds gusting up more than that. That's up. Do not mess up here. So, got to climb up to there and up over that. Rebar. Where I lost Thomas last time up here, climbing up through here. He pulled a quad muscle. Got to get up through this thing somehow. I made it up through that section. Got to circle around this way. This is a big mountain. A little easier spot there. Look at the ants. Oh, what are they after? Big old black ants up here. Oh boy, here we go again. I'm going up through here. Working up this side. It's not as steep as it was. Came up through those big boulders down there. ridge. Steady going up. You see the sun still has. Shoot, I see clouds. Shoot. Oh no. That's to me. Shoot. Shoot. It's that little flat section here, or semi-flat, before you climb up to the peak. Start climbing all the way up through there. It's gonna be wind right up here, coming over this ridge. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. It was getting me through the little wind tunnel like we had back there. There's some birds. Here's where I'm going. It's gorgeous, glad it's clear. Alright, I gotta push for up there. Big old rock peak. Just the views are getting more and more incredible. Few clouds blowing in. I'm going. I gotta make this huge climb now through these boulders. Well, I ain't in a cloud now. Almost to the top of that big rock peak. Right here. Then I think it's the tableland after this, and then to the top. Man, I'm hoping this cloud burns out, blows on over by the time I get up there. This is called the tablelands. Should be coming up on the Abol Trail junction somewhere. In that Thoreau Spring area. You know, I thought it was going to clear up for a minute. Wind is relentless. Relentless up here. Alright, made it to the Abol Trailhead. 8 miles to the campground. When I come back, that's the way I'm going down. But I gotta go this way to go to the top. This is also, somewhere in here is where that Thoreau Spring is too. You see, I can see the water in the trail. If you had to have water, you can scoop it here. Usually a sign. It was a sign here that said Thoreau Spring. Getting close. It's very high winds. I don't know if you can hear me or not. Winds are picked up really hard. I'm very close, so very close. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid and do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Thank you, Lord. Another 2,200. Thank you. And I'm up here by myself again. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. And do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Joshua 1:9. I made it again. I made it again. I made it again. You want to get
Every time I leave, it gets longer. Okay, I think I might need a better one too.
Okay, let's get going. So it does start to thunder.
Don't keep looking at me, or else you're just gonna like a move one. Here. Okay. What? Yeah, here come the bugs.
It did clear up for me. Thank the Lord. I got clear views. All right, now I go down and figure out what to do with myself. Try not to get depressed when I get home. Oh, it's beautiful up here. I'm so glad it cleared up. Wow. It's just incredible. This is what you couldn't see coming up. You can see it going down. Well, by the way, just so I can document it and let you know, I fell 27 times. If you count this morning's fall as a fall, I know I busted my knee pretty good, but I didn't actually fall. My foot slid off that rock, and when it did, I went sideways and banged on the rock really hard. Broke my pole, and but I'm counting it as a fall because it was bad enough to break a pole. And I did land on that rock on my side, but I didn't actually fall down. So my foot slid. But anyway, let's say 27. So I don't know if I fall going down Abol today, does that count? I'm hoping I don't fall anymore. I have one pole on right now. I'm not even gonna get my poles because I'm sure it's gonna be tough to get down once I get past the tablelands, start down Abol. So I'm just waiting to get my pole, one pole out. All right, here's where I leave the AT. It's kind of sad that I go this way. This is also where Thoreau Spring is. And there's water here I told you about on the way up. I'm off the AT. Oh, I got wet feet too. Spring must be up here somewhere because there's water everywhere here. All right, it's all a new trail to me. I have no idea what to expect here. I've heard that some people say this is tough going down. We will find out shortly. Tell you what, I wish I had my poles. At some point I'm gonna get one pole at least. Get another piece of contact with the ground. It's like I'm just gonna walk off the edge of the earth. All right, just follow the blue blazes and see where we go. 2.8, that sign said. I bet it's gonna get interesting though. I don't know if it's harder or easier than the hunt, which is the AT. Whew. Flew this way. It looks like I'm going off the edge of the earth, doesn't it? Wow. Wow. And now the wind stopped blowing. Sun's out and it's getting hot. We go from one extreme to the next up here. All right, I gotta put the phone up. I don't know if I'm gonna get the pole. I don't think I better get the pole yet. Wow, that's what it came up. That ridge line over there. I have no idea where this is going down. Here we go. Looks like we're going just straight down this mountain on all these rocks. So it's gonna be a slow, tedious process. Ooh. Ooh, all right. You know, when I left here 3 years ago on that rainy, wet, nasty day after I summited Katahdin, I said, I'm coming back. Coming back one day. I'm going to summit this mountain on a clear day so I can see the views. I just didn't know how prophetic I was being. I didn't have any idea that I would walk all the way back instead of fly and then hike the mountain. But I got my day, didn't I? I got my day. You know, I had to keep quoting the verse over and over as I was getting to the top. I kept saying, be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For I am with you wherever you go. And I was really discouraged, trying not to be discouraged with that wind blowing 40 miles an hour and socked in the clouds as I'm getting close to the top. And I guess the Lord is just teaching me again. You gotta trust me. You gotta trust me. I knew today was my day, but I just couldn't figure out. Everybody had said today was going to be a clear day. The Rangers, everybody said, go early, it's going to be hot, but it's going to be clear. And then it was not hot up there, and I was wet from the cloud cover, and the wind was blowing so hard. But I hung around, and the Lord showed himself. Oh, you give little faith sometimes, huh? It was good. I learned a lesson. Well, I'm leaving. I don't have to worry about that. I managed to get down. I hadn't had to be rescued yet. Thank goodness. What a journey. Oh, wow. What a journey. Thanks for following me. I try to be positive always, even in spite of weather, body aches and pains and injuries, encounters with people that you don't agree with. I still try to remain positive. Not always, but I do my best. But I appreciate all of you who comment so much and give me positive comments. It helps me to be positive as well. Thank you. I will do a follow-up video, probably a gear review, and then a follow-up once I get home. But this is the end of the AT for me. Back to work. Back to being wondering what in the world, why can't I be hiking? I miss my granddaughters. I need to spend some time with them as soon as I get home. I plan to do that. All right. I don't know what else to say here. I'm afraid if I talk too much, I'll start getting emotional, and it actually makes me kind of mad when I get emotional. So I don't want to say too much about my feelings. And I hate to go whimpering like one of my favorite pastors used to say. When he started doing it from the pulpit, he said he doesn't want to sound like a seal. And I remember him saying that. It was so funny, but he would often get emotional in the pulpit. He called himself a seal. It was funny. But I really appreciate all of you. Really do. Thank you. One other thing. All of you who prayed for me to have dry weather when I was getting pounded a week ago, you are now on retainer. I cannot believe how this hike ended after I told some people I need dry weather. I need to quit raining. I haven't been rained on since. I mean, it sprinkled on me the first day in the 100-mile wilderness, and it has not rained on me since. And there's been a chance of rain, a bunch, but it did not rain. And today was wonderful. It was actually the clouds offered me climbing up in the upper end of that, some cooler weather And then after I sat around up there, boom, they said, okay, we're gone. Thanks for praying. Wow, that's a praise. If I ever had one, that's a great praise. To see the weather change overnight like that. Okay, all of you who have that power, have that connection with the Lord, I need you on retainer. So you stay tuned. I did it again. I'm ready to quit though. I'm tired.